Hello everyone, welcome back. I know you're here because this channel is about energy ideas and getting off the grid. I recently hit a brick wall, or a crossroads in my life, if you will. But rather than letting this situation tear me down, I'm going to channel this energy into building myself up. So I'm creating a new series to this channel to document where I am in my life and ultimately how I intend to change it. I will continue to do off-grid and energy ideas videos as well. So I really hope I don't lose your viewership. This will be my daily journal, my man diary in a visual format. This first entry number 1, will be much longer than all the other videos because I need to first explain to you my story. I need to tell you my story so you know why I'm doing this and where I'm coming from. So, welcome to Rock Bottom and Motivated. I want to tell you a man's story. Not just any story, and not just any man. My story. Today is April 16th, 2022, and this will be journal entry number 1.
Every day, there is a specific decision you have to make. It's the first and it's the most important decision, because from it, you effectively roadmap your destiny. What I'm referring to is the choice to either have a positive outlook or to allow negativity and doubt to chart your course.
This story starts 7 days ago to the date. So there I was, sitting at home, my rented room in Austin, Texas, on Friday, April the 8th, wallowing in my own sorrow of self-inflicted circumstance, trying to figure out what I was going to do to make all of my bills. My luxury occupation as a delivery driver for DoorDash manages to put some food on the table and a roof over your head, but that's about it. The land I'm purchasing in Oklahoma is on the verge of default, literally only a couple weeks away from its final late notice before it goes in default. I had that all covered. I knew just how much time I needed to get that taken care of, assuming nothing went wrong. And as you see, it did. 14 beautiful acres out in the middle of the country, and I've only been there one time. I knew I was on a very short leash to get that caught up, and I haven't taken one day off work in over 5 months, literally delivering 7 days a week, over 60 hours a week driving, just to try to keep everything maintained. But I knew one thing for certain. I had to do something to give myself a mental break from all the stress. As broke as I was, I figured I could squeeze off the gas money to drive the 7 hours from Austin, Texas out to my land for a 48-hour camping trip, something to reboot my sanity. Now, I knew that missing 2 days of work was a bad idea, but I'm very calculated on exactly what I can make in the time frame to get what bills I have taken care of, but I knew I needed that break. For me, the mental reboot was worth missing the 2 days at work. I spent the last 6 months purchasing items, a few things at a time, week after week after week, for the land, specifically for the land. So tools and off-grid stuff. I had probably about $2,800 worth of stuff, new stuff, including chainsaw and other things like that in the back of my truck that I went ahead and loaded up in the back of the truck to take out to the land so I could actually enjoy my time and get some work done out there. So I made the decision, gassed up the truck, and I headed out. I was beyond ecstatic to be getting me a little bit of liberation from day in, day out, same rat race, just trying to pay a bill. Was looking so forward to just being able to breathe some clean air. No sounds of vehicles driving by, no sirens in the background, just me, nature, and my mind. It was late when I headed out, so I only drove about 4 hours the first night, 3.5 hours, right around halfway there. So I made it probably about 60 miles north of Dallas in the direction of my land. Tired and needing to sleep and time to get gas again, I decided to go ahead and back up at the gas station and get me some shut-eye for the night. I hopped in the back of the truck and I had my topper on, my little 1988 Chevy S10, and I took a nap. Good nap. Waited till the break of day so I could start my trip again where I'd be able to see good with the sun coming up, because I don't see the best at night. Actually, I probably see the worst at night. I head out, excited. But for some reason, I had an eerie feeling in the pit of my gut. You know that feeling that tells you something just ain't right? I even had the urge to turn around and head back to Austin, being that I was only halfway there. I didn't do that. I didn't listen to my gut, and I know better than that. But for some reason, I proceeded on. Although everything was going smooth, the truck, as old as it is, runs amazing. Never given me a problem with the engine. I keep my eyes on the fluids. I keep the oil changed. I take care of what I've got. I had no reason to suspect I'd have a breakdown. Not a major one, at any rate. Perhaps a hose bust, maybe. Perhaps a belt snap, maybe. Nothing that would have been outside the realm of a quick fix, an affordable quick fix on my budget and back on the road. I made it about another 90 miles, cruising at 65, 70 miles an hour. About all the little girl had. She's a small truck. She's old. I didn't push her hard. And all of a sudden, I hear a loud clank and crack and the sound of busted pieces, and the truck jerked and slowed down and pulled to the right. And I had no power. I couldn't go anywhere. It was jerking. I did everything I could to get it to the shoulder safely. Instantly, my gut dropped. I felt like vomiting. I knew right then and there, that's my transmission. It's gone. Worst case scenario, I get out. I get under the truck. Sure enough, there was a brace busted off from the transmission mounting to the bell housing, exposing a slight gap between the flywheel and the transmission. And I knew it was over. And I don't mean just the trip. I mean, I knew at that moment my life completely changed. But see, what you don't understand is that wasn't a breakdown for me. That was my vehicle. That was my transportation. That was my job. That was my delivery vehicle. That was all that I had. That generated all my income. And remember, I'm only a few weeks out from losing my land. And I'm a day-to-day employee. Of course, I get paid daily. But like I said, it's just enough to cover the bills, eat some food. So I knew in that moment, I had lost everything. I didn't have near enough money to be able to have the truck towed back to Austin, Texas. And if I did, it financially wouldn't have been worth it for the truck. Just the tow alone would have probably ran $700. Truck wasn't even worth that. And to even get the truck home at $700, that's only phase one. Phase two is still putting a new transmission in it. A couple $1,000 on a truck that's only worth about $500 pre-breakdown. So I knew it was lost. I called everyone I knew. Of course, that's not very many people. My best friend in Austin, Texas, and my brother in Wichita, Kansas. Neither were able to help. And hey, what could I expect? What could they do? It's not like my brother would be able to drive 8 hours on the drop of a dime to come and rescue me. And Charles is the father of an autistic child, a wife that works all day. So what could he do? Drop everything he had going on to drive a couple 100 miles for him to come and get me? No, they couldn't do that. So my dilemma increased. I already know at this point that my truck is gone. And when I say gone, I mean gone. I already know that I have to let it go. So now I'm worried about, how do I get myself home? Oh, and by the way, I have my dog with me. So it's not even as if I could get on a bus and bus home. Can't get on the bus with my dog. I have upwards of $3,000 of brand new stuff filled up in the back of the pickup truck that even if I could get on a bus, I couldn't bring my dog and I wouldn't be able to bring my belongings. So I knew everything I had been busting my ass for the last half a year in one fell swoop was about to be history. And I was in that moment, absorbing it and realizing exactly how serious my situation was. Those first couple hours on the side of the road felt long, felt like an eternity. I managed to be able to get it to limp, to barely move at about maybe 2 miles per hour if I were lucky, to get it up to a gas station parking lot where at least it was safe. I was safe. And I had the bed of the truck to lay in and be in, a place to just be while I thought and thought. After 2 full days and 1 full night of being stranded in a service station parking lot, going over every possible solution or idea or anything I could conceive or fathom to get myself home along with my dog and my property, I was finally able to reach somebody that was willing to come and pick me up for a fee. Only problem was, all he would be able to pick up was me and my dog. There was no room for anything else. And when I mean anything else, I mean nothing else. So I was heartbroken, just sitting there looking at everything that I had and replaying all the hard work and the saving and the purchasing and the prepping of all of these items to have just for this moment to take out to the land, to just know it was just gone and there was nothing I could do about it. I had to try to figure out a solution to not lose all of the stuff inside of my truck. Not to mention, I couldn't leave an abandoned vehicle. That would just bring more and more problems to my current situation, which would be getting it towed off, impounded, fines, and everything that comes with that. So I had to figure out how to get rid of my truck. I did what anybody would do in Waxahachie, Texas, which is where I was stranded. Great name, right? That even made me feel more broken. Not that I think it's a bad little town. Not that I would really know. I didn't get to experience it, but it seemed like good people. But just a little bitty town in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and broke. Just the kind of thing you'd write in a script to be broke down, for a movie, just enough to just make you sad and I was sad. So I posted a Craigslist ad for Waxahachie, Texas, for the truck. If someone could come and get my truck, they could have it. The deal was, if they would hold on to my belongings in the truck, that I would be able to come and get from them at a later date. Week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, however long it took for me to figure that situation out. I had a lot of bites on the line, a lot of text calls, and I ended up making a deal with a guy. He sounded on the up and up, and even had the nerve to tell me, nothing to worry here, I'm a man of God. And I took a lot of comfort in that, being that I am a very strong faith-holding person myself. So the man comes, I get it all timed out about the same time that my rescue ride would show up from Austin, and that person could show up to get the truck. This way, I wasn't stuck just sitting on a curb with my dog waiting for a ride just to be extra humiliated. Well, the man shows up. He gets my truck, promises me I have absolutely nothing to worry about. So that evening, by the time I made it back to Austin, I was super excited to finally make it home. But there was that feeling in the pit of my gut again. And I just knew, this person's going to ghost me. I know he will. Once he sees the value of everything inside that truck, he's just going to steal it. And what do you know? He ghosted me. Have not heard back from him or a response since. And it's not like I know where the man lives. He kind of had to come to me. I was feeling emotionally sick to my core and defeated. I was home no longer than 10 minutes after spending 3 days and 2 nights total gone on the road, thinking, what am I going to do? I have no car, which means I have no job as an immediate side effect of that. I have only a couple weeks left before default on my land. My rent is due in a couple days. I'm literally in a situation of about to lose the roof over my head with no car to fall back on, no job to fall back on, and no land to go squat on. This is the ultimate bottom. So all I could think of is, how can I get employed right now? What is there that I can get to? What is there that's going to pay me at anything in this amount of time to remedy even some of these situations? Just any kind of solitude that I could grasp to feel like I'm still somewhat whole. I'm still here. The only business within walking distance of the house is a gas station and a Papa John's. I immediately jump in the shower and start the walk to the Papa John's. To my surprise, they were actually hiring. But of course, they were hiring for delivery drivers. But what I found out was that they actually provide delivery driving cars, company cars for deliveries. I was so excited. I immediately applied and I got hired on the spot. Now remember, this is all within an hour of getting back from being broke down. I wasted no time to try to figure out some sort of solution to any of my problems, any of them. So very happy I was able to get something. Had to bite my pride, bitter pill to swallow. 43 years old and applying to deliver pizza. Definitely hard to consume mentally. But that means nothing. The bills are still there. I still need a roof on my head, and I still got to get back in the driver's seat. I started this job the next day, and I was thrilled to have some kind of income so quickly. to be able to come back into my pocket to start knocking some of this stuff off as fast as I can. And what happened next blew my mind. This was a corporate Papa John's, and it just got sold to a franchise, and the new franchise owner is getting rid of the delivery vehicles on the 24th of this month, April 24th, 2022, which leaves me only about 3 weeks to generate an income. Rock bottom. That's where I'm at. I will never, ever, ever feel that hopeless again. Today is the first day of my new life, and to hold myself accountable, I'm going to bring the entire world along to watch. I will make 6 figures from dirt poor, rock bottom, right now, in 12 months. Between now and then, watch me grind.
If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
So tonight is April 16th. It's a little after 10 p.m., marking the exact day, 7 days from the breakdown. And here I am in the car that's provided at the pizza place in the middle of delivery on my way back. So, unfortunately, like I said, this company the corporate just sold to a franchise, so the new franchise owner is not going to offer these delivery cars anymore. So I've only got a few days to figure out my next move. But we're going to make it happen. That's for sure. I'm a fighter. And like I said, I'm never going to feel like that again. I am never, ever going to feel helpless like that again. This is going to be my year, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it successful. And I'm going to bring all y'all along with me. Papa John's back there. Hey, we're going to grind it out however we got to do it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to keep this full journal for you. Follow me every step of the way. After this, I'll get out of here by 11 o'clock. Been working open to close, so 11 a.m., 11 p.m. Every day since I started. It's many days they'll let me do that. But the way my schedule goes is up at 6 o'clock in the morning, walking the dog by about 6:15, in the house on the computer for about an hour or so, looking up stuff for this online marketing business that I'm trying to start, and finally found me a really good mentor company to learn a lot in this niche, for this market. So we're gonna push it. We're gonna push it all the way. But anyway, let me get back in here so I can go grab me some old pizza. So I'm gonna make me some old money. Peace out, y'all. So it's 11:40 p.m. Just clocked out, so almost a 13-hour day today. Here, not counting the couple hours working at home before going to work. Now I'm doing the walk home. When I get home, I'll be jumping on the computer until about 2:30 in the morning, researching for this marketing company that I'm going to open. So this is day number 7 to the T from the moment I broke down and realized I had hit rock bottom, and something snapped in my brain. I can't be that. I got to make something out of my life. Well, as you can see, it is now 3:47 a.m. and I have a webinar that starts at 8 a.m. for 2 hours, and then I have a 20-minute phone call after the webinar with this mentor from Douglas Academy. So after that, it's straight back to the pizza joint, put in another 12 hours, get off, walk back here, back to the house, and then work on some lead structure, some lead building, um, to get everything in order to get ready to try to launch this marketing company. So that's the way my days go, day in, day out. But I ain't worried about it. It's not how far you get knocked down. It's how, or I'm tired. It's not how hard you get knocked down. It's, wait, I'm really tired. Anyway, ain't about getting knocked down. It's about getting back up. And I'm going to get up right now. So we'll see y'all later. That's going to do it for today's entry, because today's not even today anymore. It's already tomorrow. But get this couple hours of sleep. Get back on the grind tomorrow. Later on, y'all.